Guys, it's Rebecca here. I just wanted to share with you some tips on being ready with examples. So again, I think I've said before, if you are in a job interview, sometimes it can be a little bit like pulling teeth. So if you're interviewing someone, just put yourself in the interviewer's shoes. How boring is it to just have a question answer session? So you're sitting there asking questions, they're answering with a fairly succinct answer, and then you're asking the next question. Doesn't feel like there's rapport, doesn't feel too good. So your job as the interviewee is to build that rapport and to make it feel a little better. And the more connection you get, the better your interview will go. The more connection you get, the more likely you are to get the job. So being prepared with examples is a really good way to tip the balance, a really good way to make the conversation more conversational. So if someone asks you a question, being ready with an example that shows that. So if someone says to you, what are your strengths, for example, and you just say, oh, well, I've got really good attention to detail, I'm a hard worker and a really good team player, and then you go quiet. That's a little bit different to if you were to say something along the lines of, well, I've been told that I've got great attention to detail. In fact, I've found that through most of the jobs that I've had. In fact, let me give you an example of that and talk through an example. The same thing could happen for the next strength, which is team player. One of the things I find is that I connect really well with teams. I love working with a team, and let me give you an example of where I've really thrived in a team environment. So really different energy to the conversation if you can back it with examples. And the other thing is that they're not guessing. I mean, you can say that you've got good attention to detail, but what does that really mean? And where have you really shown that? So don't leave it open for them to wonder. Use some examples. Another good way to really prepare yourself for an interview. So think about the questions you might be asked, prepare your stories and your examples, and take them with you in your little mental backpack, and pull them out when you need them. All right, I'll see you soon.